Very good afternoon, children. Today I am going to teach you the secret of writing a good story. As according to the syllabus of CBSE, we have story writing in class 9 and 10. So here I am going to start it. In this image, you can see the feature of a good story, so you can go through it. Other than that, I will elaborately tell you how to write a story in very easy language so that you can understand and can create a good story of your own. First of all, for composing anything and writing anything, you need to know the basic use of grammar and the proper use of grammar, right? So grammar use is very crucial, and for story writing you need to go through some tips, some points for avoiding errors. First of all, for story writing, you will be given a question, and there you may have some picture on the basis of which you have to make a story, or maybe you will be given some points on which you have to make a story. The content you can make from there by the help of the points. And first you have to choose a title. First you have to make a plot of it in your mind. First you have to think about it. You have to understand what the story is about, or what you can make. It's totally will be dependent on your imagination and on your knowledge. Okay, so on the basis of that, when you will build a storyline in your mind, or some events and incidents related to the points, then you have to think about a title. Title is very crucial for story. You have to give title in each and every story you are writing. And if it is a moral based story, if it is a message based story you are writing, then it's better if you add a moral at the end of the story. Okay, these things are some basic things about story writing. Next, I am coming in use of grammar, which is very much crucial and important to know. So while you are writing or composing anything, make sure that you are not uh, making any sort of mistake in using grammar and the structure of sentence. Basically what happens in our own language or in our native language, the structure of sentence is different, and in English language the structure of sentence is different. In English language, the structure of composing a sentence is subject, verb and object. Whereas in our native language, if we say हम खाना खा रहे हैं, तो यहाँ पे हम subject, खाना object, खा रहे हैं verb. So in our native language, what it is coming for the subject first, the subject, then the object, then the verb. But in English language, the structure of sentence is different. It is hum means we are eating food, or we are having our food. So here what is the structure? Subject, then verb, then object. So basically we face this problem in composing sentence because it makes a confusion within us because the structure is different. But be very careful in using it, and as much as you will practice, it will be clear to you, and there is no worry about. You can if you increase the practice time, if you increase the understanding point, then it will be very easy. Okay, then so it is the first thing about sentence building. So the basic structure will be subject, verb and object. Whatever whatever types of action you are using, the structure of sentence will be same. Now we are coming to the next point about using tense. In story writing, past tense is always used because we are not going to write anything in future or anything in present. Whatever had happened in past time, that becomes a story, right? So story should always be written in past tense. Be very careful about it. If you are writing it in present tense or future tense, that will be considered as wrong use of tense. Only in past tense you have to use past tense to compose a story. Okay, the third point I'm going is use of elements. Please be creative. It's a very prominent suggestion I'm giving. It's good to be creative, but do not write anything which is irrelevant, which is illogical, which is not making any point. Sometimes to create something special, children think beyond the level, like some supernatural elements, something unreal, they include in their content. It should not be. Okay, so be very careful while you are plotting it, or you are creating the story. Do not give exaggeration of any supernatural elements or any unreal element. Create it beautifully, present your creation without something unreal. Okay, it should match with the content. Unrealistic things will not um glorify your writing. And basically the examiner who will be checking your copy, though the examiners know that imagination can be included, obviously will be written with imagination, but there should not be any exaggeration of your imagination which cannot match with the reality. So make it with the essence of reality. Okay, after that, the next point is you have to be very careful about use of language, and you have to be careful about the content. In between that, I would like to tell you the marking scheme of a story, as it contains 10 marks, and it should be written within 150 to 200 words. Okay, so the marking scheme is 6 marks is given for content, 2 marks for fluency, and 2 marks for accuracy. So content, getting content is very easy because you will be getting points or hints in the question. Okay, fluency comes when you are making a coherence of incidents and all, and fluency, of course, when you are using proper grammar. Accuracy is also there, using making it a proper presentation and composition. Okay, it should be accurate in points. And this is all about marking scheme, and it is altogether giving us 10 marks. You have to be careful, because if your grammar is not right, then you can't get full marks. If there is no accuracy, you can't grab that 2 marks. And getting marks in content is very easy. Just make sure that you are giving all relevant points and all relevant incidents and events you are mentioning about. Okay, the next point about the theme, the plot you are constructing, it should be realistic, meaningful. Okay, and knowing the characters. Basically we do not have that many characters as the points are given. Sometimes we get 2 to 3 characters, sometimes it is ended with one character. So when you are just going through the points, You have to understand the main character, and if any sub characters, other characters are there, you have to understand that too. Now I am coming to the beginning of the story. How will you begin a story? The beginning should catch the attention of the reader. Okay, while you are beginning the story, it should be like it should not be a faded one. It should catch the attention of the reader, so that he or she may get the enthu of reading more. Okay, the middle part of the story narrates the action and all, everything. The middle part, it's all about, and the ending part should also have a coherence with the main part. Your story may have a happy ending or a sad ending, that doesn't matter. Okay, it depends on how you are creating the story. And there is no problem if it ends with a sad ending, and that will be great if it ends with a happy ending. This is all about the part of story, the beginning, the middle, and the ending. Okay, then I would like to tell you something about the markers and the linkers. Markers and the linkers means which links between the lines and the paragraphs, such as we use such words like therefore, hence, then, however, finally, suddenly, etc. These sort of words are used, right, for linking sentences or paragraphs with the other. These are very important. It may sound very very tough, but these are very easy things to do. We basically use these words to link or to mark with one sentence or one paragraph to the other. So while you will be using it, make sure that you are not repeating all the words. Try to show your art of using vocabulary. And one very important thing to tell you, do not repeat your ideas or the lines or any markers or linkers. Okay, try to use different words, such as you are using then and then and then and then throughout the story. It will not sound good. You are using hence, it will not sound good. Means using of same word throughout the story or throughout your writing will not give a good impact. So it's better to use different sorts of linkers and markers in proper way. Okay, so this is basic things about story writing. So in a nutshell, what we can say, a story should have a title. A story should have a moral when it is based on any message giving plot. Okay, a story should have a good content, and this is basically based on the hints and the points which are provided in the question. And sometimes a picture can be given on the basis of which you have to make stories. Always try to make a good plot of it, and do not use any unrealistic or supernatural element too much. You can use, but not too much. And it's better to avoid. And altogether, there should be no error in grammar, and it should be written in past tense, and it should be written in such a way so that it can give an impact to the examiner or to the reader. There will be many more things to know, many more things to explore about story writing, but before that you have to start it. You have to start writing, and you have to uh, work on it, so that you can also rectify your mistakes and your errors. But because it's not possible to start it with all proper way in the very first time, as much as you will be practicing it, your uh, your presentation will going to be smoother and smoother day by day. And I genuinely expect and believe that if you are just following these tips and all, you will be a very good story writer. uh, just read it and try to write stories on the basis of the tips I have given. And please submit your task, and if you have any problem understanding, you can ask me anytime. Thank you. Have a good day.